Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly 6:40. Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly 6:40. Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly 6:40. Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly 6:40. Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly 6:40. Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly 6:40. Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly 6:40. Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly 6:40. Hi everyone, this is Karima, your MC for the evening. Welcome everyone to our virtual final presentation night. Hang tight while we wait for others to join. Grab some popcorn, your cell phone, your friends, or even your siblings, and we'll get started at exactly It's live poll time. Please take out your cell phones or your tablets for an interactive poll. Similar to our session, we'll be using menti.com to ask you a couple questions. Please go to www.menti.com and type in the code that's on the screen to give your answer. You'll have 5 minutes and the winner will be announced later in the event. Keep your cell phone close because we'll have a couple more of these later in the video. It's live poll time. Please take out your cell phones or your tablets for an interactive poll. Similar to our session, we'll be using menti.com to ask you a couple questions. Please go to www.menti.com and type in the code that's on the screen to give your answer. You'll have 5 minutes and the winner will be announced later in the event. Keep your cell phone close because we'll have a couple more of these later in the video.
Hi there, I'm Christine Shea. I'm a client director with Rogers O'Brien Construction, and I am the chairwoman of the ACE Mentor program this year. This has been an amazing year for me, and for quite a few of us too. This is our 5th year, and so far we have broken every record there is, including a virtual final presentation. I hope that you shared about our program and about tonight with anyone and everyone. I hope you use those hashtags, and I hope anyone and everyone is able to join us. I hope you were able to share the program with someone close to you, and I hope we have more visitors today than we've ever been able to have on our final presentation night. Welcome. The ACE Mentor program is part of a national organization. I believe there's about 73, maybe 74 different affiliates throughout the United States alone. We're lucky to have a program here in Austin. About 6 years ago, we established a program and an affiliate in Austin, and this has been our 5th and most amazing year yet. This year has been record-breaking. We had the most number of students, the most number of volunteers, the most number of mentors, and the most number of scholarships to give away. So stay tuned for that. Tonight we're going to cover a lot of grounds. We're going to take a look back. We're going to take a look at our student work, which we're extremely proud of. We're going to also honor some of our mentors. Outstanding mentors are going to receive an award. And then we're going to see the most amazing and creative way of handing over scholarships in the COVID pandemic this year. The idea with yours truly. And finally, I'm going to introduce you to your next leader. When our students went on spring break, we were thankfully given a break to reassess how we were going to finish the program. Everyone was telling us that we have the option to end the program right there or to figure out a way to keep it going. And I'm so grateful for everyone that jumped on board and said, let's figure out how to have our last 3 sessions and how to celebrate the students at the end of the year. And that's exactly what we did. Everyone modeled resiliency in a way that I have never experienced at this level. Thank you so much. We ended up having our sessions virtually and our final presentation virtually and our scholarships handed out within social distancing guidelines. And here we are today, celebrating it all, and I can't thank you enough. A lot happened this year in great ways. We started off the year breaking every record we've had in the last few years. We had the most number of students, the most number of mentors, the most number of supporters, and the most number of scholarships. And we're just a bit excited about that. We had 3 teams that chose the prompt that was a national competition this year, so we are very, very proud of them. And we've also had quite a bit of community engagement, lots of parents, lots of teachers that stood behind us as well, so thank you very, very much for that. We've had our community service event, which is large planters for our Ann Richards School for Young Women Leaders. This school is very, very dear and special to my heart. I'm actually one of the team members that's building it right now. And we are also going to thank our session speakers. We've had wonderful, wonderful speakers that come and speak to us and to our students this year. The ACE industry is extremely large and very diverse in so many different ways. A lot of us play different roles to make our buildings get built and to make them occupiable and to make them safe and to make them best for our environment. And so all of these different individuals come to ACE through 16 different weeks and present a little bit about what they do, how they made the decision to pursue that profession, and how they can help others see the benefits that they have seen themselves. One of the things that we've done this year that's a little bit different from before is we started playing not just ahead for the growth of the program, but also a potential location. We have heard from so many students and mentors that say the central location is wonderful, but we've outgrown that location. Our board has had several visioning sessions to discuss what growth looks like for ACE. Because this is our 5th year, we are also celebrating a full circle. What that means is on our very first year, we've had a student join us and become an ACE Mentor student. That student went on to pursue a degree in architecture, and now she is part of our volunteer base. Our alumni are giving back, and so this is a great way for them to do so, and we are so thankful for them. ACE is a lot more about the network that we build one another. Our profession thrives on networking and people knowing and growing together. And we are very happy to celebrate each other's successes. We've had those that have achieved licensure. We've had those that have achieved recognition within their careers, within their jobs, within their company. And we are very happy to celebrate all of that together as we all rise in our profession. And now we all get to help others as well. Before I get on to the next section, I wanted to take just a quick second to remind everyone. Please, please, please show gratitude to all the people involved in the program. After I get through with this section, you're going to know exactly what I mean. There is so many people that are behind the scenes, and we want to make sure to recognize them. So, to start off with our board of directors, there are so many and so many hours that they have given, and they are very, very selfless individuals. I want to highlight just a couple of them, just to give you an idea. We have had the great fortune of being able to have Stephen on our board. Stephen is a legal chair, and he has helped us quite a bit with a lot of our bylaws and understanding what is the right thing to do, how we can best serve our students, and we're very grateful to have him on board. We also have had Jenny. Jenny has helped us with our fundraising over this last couple of years and has done an amazing job helping us build a strong foundation, especially financially for our students. Thank you both. Our associate board members. This program would not function without the hard work of everyone involved, especially the associate board members. A lot of times, things happen throughout the year and we expect them to step up in a big and amazing way. And every single one of these, I could spend hours saying amazing things about each one of them. I'm just going to highlight a couple. I want to talk to you about Maggie. Maggie has jumped in, rolled her sleeves up, didn't care what it was about, and helped and served. And I want to make sure to say thank you to her. I also want to thank Gabriella. She has been amazing in giving us so much back. And I can't forget one more. Just please, one more. John Brand. Our student recruitment has seen tremendous success over the years, and he has been an amazing help in all of it. Thank you, guys. There's one more group of individuals I cannot forget to thank them, our advisory board. It didn't take us very long to go, we need help. And we need help from those that have started and done wonderful things for our industry and our community. And these members have done exactly that. We are very fortunate to have a variety of different parts of the industry represented. And one of the ones that was here from the very beginning is Phil. Thank you so much, Phil, for being able to not just lead the AGC, but also help us lead the ACE Mentor program in Austin. And another one I cannot forget, Wayne. Wayne, you have taught us so much, have shown us so many great ways. You have been passionate about the program and being part of the national board long before the program here in Austin even started. That's a true heart, and we appreciate it. And finally, this year we have established the lead mentor role. It has been very, very important for us, and we have seen a huge benefit from watching some of our mentors step up to take on the next role in leadership and become lead mentors, especially towards the end, when all of this started happening around us, and there was a lot going on. I don't need to remind you of that. Our lead mentors definitely helped us step up. They got on calls and virtual calls to be able to talk to our students and hold the last few final sessions virtually. I am very, very grateful for them. My last final thank you. Our program would not be the same if it wasn't for the generosity and the support of some amazing sponsors and underwriters. We have been very fortunate that on our 5th year, we have been able to meet a lot of our financial needs and be able to give away a lot of scholarships. Thank you to everyone that was in the Cornerstone category, Platinum, Gold, Silver, and Bronze. Please continue to support our program. We are a nonprofit, and trust me, we are big on stewardship for your funds and making sure to put them to the right place. Finally, a very special thank you to the UT Systems building. The fact that we don't have to spend money on a venue that can house us, especially as large as we are, is amazing. We cannot thank you enough. every penny saved in not having to pay for a venue has gone to our students in one way or the other, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
It's live poll time. Everyone, please take out your cell phones or tablets for an interactive questionnaire. Similar to our weekly sessions, please go to www.menti.com. Type in the code that's shown on the screen to give your answer. Keep your cell phone close because we'll have a couple more of these later in the video.
Hello, my name is Andrea Lepore, and I'm the Curriculum Chair for the ACE Austin program. I'm excited to be able to showcase their work this evening, but first I'd like to introduce you to a panel of judges that we asked to score all of the team's projects, which we're going to be using to deliver a Best in Show award later on in the evening. We have brought in a panel of experts in both ACE and their fields to review the team's work and provide feedback of the projects. I'd like to briefly introduce each to you now. First, we have Anna Peterson. She's a licensed professional engineer who served as our first ACE Austin student recruitment chair for the past 4 years. She currently serves as an associate board member. As a senior associate at Walter P. Moore, her experience has been broad, including structural design for new commercial projects across Central Texas, existing building renovations, and both new and expanding sports stadiums. Anna's favorite part of her job is collaborating with designers and builders, all while building strong project team relationships. During quarantine, she enjoys putting puzzles together with her husband, laying outside on a hammock, trying out new recipes, and catching up with family and friends on Zoom. Next, we have Jorge Alfonso. He was born and raised in Puerto Rico until the age of 17 when he moved to the state of Indiana, where he attended Purdue University and received both bachelor's and master's degrees in civil and environmental engineering. Jorge was ACE Austin's first curriculum chair before I took over the role, and he relocated to Seattle. He's currently licensed in the states of Texas and Washington as a professional engineer. His expertise is focused on leading engineering design in the planning and design of projects, including commercial, residential, and industrial developments. Next, we have Amelia Harlow Leggett. Prior to joining Turner Construction as a field engineer out of college, Amelia had several internships between civil engineering firms and electrical contracts. This diverse background is the foundation to her passion for strategic problem solving. Although she works at a construction company, she has a bachelor's of science in mechanical engineering. Her business development responsibilities include client relationship development, pursuit leadership, and promotion of the Turner brand across the Austin market. As division manager for Turner's special projects, Amelia leads her teams from pre-construction through closeout on fast-paced, high-end collaborative interiors projects. Outside of her time in the office, Amelia is active in the Austin chapter of ULI, including the Mentorship Forum for Young Leaders and Women's Leadership Initiative. She also sits on her homeowners board, where she lives with her husband, 10-month-old, and her pup, Oliver. Next, we have Gerardo. Gerardo Gandhi was ACE Austin's first chair and worked with Christine in founding the program. He now serves on our advisory board. With a well-cultured background in architecture, interior design, and brand strategy, Gerardo works with some of Austin's largest developers. He's on the front lines of creating the vision for how the urban, cultural, and architectural landscape is transforming in Austin. As a member of the steering committee for Gensler's Community Impact Program, Gerardo helps steer the firm's vision for community impact by focusing efforts and resources on initiatives ranging from nonprofit collaborations, mentorship programs, and community engagement events. And last but certainly not least, we have Marissa McKinney. Students may recognize Marissa as both an ACE guest speaker and from the community service field trip, which was hosted at Coleman and Associates this year. Marissa joined Coleman in 2014, moving from Phoenix, Arizona. Her work experience in Phoenix was varied, preparing her for Coleman and Associates' breadth of work. Marissa previously served as ASLA's Central Texas Chair-elect. She is also a member of the Real Estate Council of Austin's Leadership Development Council. Marissa divides her time between a variety of project types and helps to nurture and grow the firm's client relationships through business development. Now that we've met the judges, we're going to discuss a little bit about the parameters we give them. We give them these 5 questions to score each team's project. The judges watched all of the recorded videos and ultimately determined one team will award Best in Show. Now that we've learned who the judges are and how they're going to be scoring our teams, let's take a brief look at the 4 project prompts students worked on this year. All students were given the choice of which of these 4 projects they wanted to work on. The first option is Congress Avenue Master Plan. Students who chose this design prompt were tasked with redesigning the central spine of downtown Austin. They were given free rein to develop whatever type of program they wanted to. Despite being the most prominent street in the city, Congress Avenue currently lacks a sense of place and prioritizes cars over any other user. You'll see that our teams really focused on the pedestrians and how users can work within the space. Our next option was to submit an actual submittal to the local competition for an art installation at the Waterloo Greenway Creek Show. The design prompt challenged students to create interactive, high-spectacle installations to be submitted. Those installations use elements of light to tell a compelling story about Waller Creek and highlight Waterloo Greenway's efforts to improve the creek as it flows through downtown Austin. Through this process, students learned how to take their ideas from concept to realization. We're still waiting to find out, but who knows, maybe we'll see one of our teams at the Creek Show this fall. The third option was Seaholm Intake Building Redesign. Located on the banks of Lady Bird Lake, the Seaholm Intake Facility is an iconic Art Deco building that once served as the Seaholm Power Plant's pump house. Students were challenged to develop a vision for the historic intake structure and surrounding underutilized parkland, while paying special attention to the historic integrity of the building. Students learned about architecture fundamentals, structural engineering, adaptive reuse, site programming, and recreation planning. And finally, our 4th project was a CERT competition, which is a national competition amongst other ACE affiliates across the country. This year's CERT prompt, selected by both our CERT teams, tasked students with identifying a water resource challenge and proposing a new solution or renovation of existing infrastructure. Teams were given the liberty to select any site in the world, but were required to demonstrate the significance of their site and why it was critical their plans be executed in that location. Materials, constructability, and budget were key components of both plans, as students were required to demonstrate how these elements added value to their project. Students evaluated the environmental impacts driving their plans and defended the ecological improvements generated by their ideas. So without further ado, let's look at some highlights from each of our team's projects this year.
It's Krima, your MC here. So we've heard from our judges, but now we want to know what you think. We'll be using a live Menti questionnaire to ask each of you at home which one of our ACE student projects was your favorite. It's time for the People's Choice Awards. Get your cell phones out and vote for your favorite. Stay tuned. The People's Choice Awards winner will be announced later in the evening.
This is Congress Team 1's Congress Avenue redesign.
Our vision for Congress was to create a space that not only attracted tourists, but also to bring in Austinites. We wanted this space to be as family-friendly as possible. We also wanted there to be as much Austin history incorporated throughout the avenue. Having murals with art and event spaces where people can perform truly defines Austin as the music capital of the world.
The area that we reinvented will be split up into 3 different main sections filled with their own unique entertainment methods.
The park space is designed to be a fun and interactive space for all. We have a dog park for anyone who would like to let their dog off their leash and play for a while.
The event space gives Austin the ability to hold a wide variety of events for locals and visitors to enjoy.
The main focus of the civic area, since it is located nearest to the capital, was to share Austin and Texas history with the public while still giving people a fun area to congregate.
And that's a wrap for Congress Team 1's redesign.
We're presenting our Congress Avenue Team 2 reconstruction project.
Project encompasses all of Congress Avenue from the Capitol building to the Congress Avenue Bridge. We decided to add a median that is split into 3 sections: the Texas History area, Austin area, and the Hangout area.
We really wanted to encompass a lot of Texas history into this median because we want to make it a one-stop area for new tourists and visitors to come visit the Capitol.
The idea going into this section is that there's going to be 3 statues between the path and the barrier. Will be spaces for local art.
This is the leisure space where people are able to rest and enjoy the view of the Capitol, along with the neighboring bridge and grassy area available. And so this median provides another way for residents to enjoy the bridge without needing to be at the bridge and be able to relax.
We found the median to be the best solution because it allowed for the commercial use of the avenue while being able to transform it into a pedestrian-friendly space.
Our project is Flight of Fate.
It is necessary for the survival of the monarch butterfly to make the journey to escape the cold by moving from north to south in search of warmer weather as the seasons change. Our butterflies reflect light and symbolize the uncertain futures immigrants face going through the tunnel.
Our exhibit will take place in the tunnel right in the middle, as seen where the butterfly is located. In this tunnel, we see a dark tunnel that we plan to place our butterfly exhibit.
So here's our structure itself, and it is composed of steel beams, and as you can see here, those hooks that you can see will be going over the side of the bridge, which is going over the tunnel.
I also want to add about how on the other side, this is when they are starting to come out of the tunnel, which resembles where the light is. And as they spread their wings through nature, we can also explain how the immigrants enter a country with hopes of a better future and new opportunities.
We are Team Polar Bear, and we designed an igloo to be a part of the 2020 Waller Creek Show.
So while brainstorming, we saw that this Creek Show provided a great opportunity to fuse both of our design goals and the mission of Waller Creek. Specifically, we were inspired to comment on the human condition and its implications on the world by modeling an unconventional melting igloo.
For the physical model of the igloo, the top of the igloo is slanted inwards and jagged to represent the melting of the igloo due to climate change. The transparent paper covering the triangles represent the plexiglass used between the bamboo poles. The main materials used to construct our igloo will be plexiglass, dried bamboo, and icicle lights.
Overall, through our project, we hope to assert a greater message to the Austin community to take on the responsibility to take care of our planet.
We decided to name our proposal as such based on the symbiotic relationship between us and nature, considering we are dependent on nature as nature is dependent on us.
As for our design, we decided to highlight an issue of climate change in our community. Our design consists of LED lights in a vein-like pattern up a tree. On the other side of the tree, across the creek, there are 4 button podiums to control the LED light strands.
The Austin area alone is overdue for a wildfire because of the water-deprived land. We hope that our light installation will bring awareness to the situation. With none of the buttons being pressed, the tree glows red to represent fire, the symbol of climate change unchanged.
All 4 buttons being pressed represents the remedying of climate change after we the people come together.
We hope that we have brought awareness of climate change in our community. Together we can influence climate change.
We are Steve Holm 1 from ACE Austin. In the May building, we designed a flex space able to be rented out to different organizations or for different events. In this second building, there will be a viewing area used for talking and getting out of the main crowd.
The water level is accessed from the stairs on each side of the intake building and the space between the two structures. We also included perforated solar film that can be used for an art installation.
The roof will receive a wood pergola that starts at the core and extends the length of the building, shading the bar and surrounding seating. Adjacent to the front of the main structure is a square building that will serve as a grab-and-go stand for food and beverages.
The site plan shows that the boardwalk connects to all the trails on our site, which allows easy access to the amenities of the boardwalk and the view.
Hi, so our team is Seahome 2, and we were put in charge of redeveloping the Seahome water intake plant.
For the lake level of community engagement, we wanted to install a boardwalk that would wrap around the front, which would open up to a farmer's market down below. We also decided to do a bike rental and kayak shop.
For our ground level, we have our cafe, which is located at our second building. For our bench out, we decided to put it in the third building, and we wanted to open it up a bit. And for our rooftop, we added waves to incorporate the idea of Lady Bird Lake.
For our rooftop in the main building, we decided to have a garden. And in this garden, we are going to have a variety of wildflowers and small shrubbery.
So I hope we were able to demonstrate throughout this presentation how we're able to use this building in many different ways.
Our project is called the Seahome Recreation. So our team ultimately chose to design our building into a recreational entertainment center because we wanted our space to serve a greater purpose than the traditional rec center. Our building was going to bring the community together, offer a non-traditional variety of activities.
On our first floor, our front entrance will be the first thing you experience. It will include a reception desk, a small museum. In order to show the history of the site, this room will lead into our restaurant and bar.
On our second floor, we decided to have a basketball court. There will be glass all around for natural lighting.
We found new uses for the deck. It can provide outdoor shaded seating.
Since this is a new building and we wanted to include a lot of different sustainable solutions, the first solution we came up with was solar panels because we want our building to have net zero.
We hope that you have enjoyed our presentation as much as we've enjoyed making it.
Hello, we are Team Seahome 4 of the ACE program in Austin. So this is the floor plan for the main building upstairs. Right when you enter, the atrium is on the left to allow direct access from the trails as well as outside. And this is the final floor plan for the downstairs of the main building. We settled on a bar space to tailor more towards adult and act as our private area, and a gaming area to be more public, fun, and interactive. For our atrium, this is the space that we really wanted to be the main focus of our design. We wanted to have something in our design that would make people want to come and truly keep Austin weird.
These are our floor plans for both building 2 and 3. We made sure that our building was accessible by water and land. To do that, we decided to make a covered bike storage and scooter rental area on land.
This concludes our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Hello, we are Seahome Team 5. Our site is unique because it not only has riverfront space, but also a large amount of vegetation. In keeping with Austin's green mentality, we have placed green roofs on the 2 larger buildings and solar panels on the smallest one.
The mid-sized building contains the juice bar. We wanted to offer some food and beverages because people often get hungry and thirsty when at concerts. Inside the largest building, the main attraction is the stage. We wanted a more intimate, less crowded live music experience, so while the stage is not the biggest, there's still enough room for smaller bands.
Adding solar panels will provide an energy source for the building that doesn't rely on fossil fuels, and the addition of a rainwater catching system will help the building's water supply.
When thinking about the culture of Austin, I'm sure live music is the first thing that comes to mind. But what else? Maybe it's something along the lines of friendly locals, unique food, an emphasis on small businesses, and maybe a somewhat laid-back attitude.
Keeping all of these aspects in mind, we intended the site to be a unique and streamlined place for intimate music concerts and relaxation in the middle of downtown Austin.
So with our project Safe Connection, there's a lot of people that are involved in this, and it's a pretty big project.
So our design process focused on solving the problems in each of those individual areas and then combining those solutions into one larger idea.
We're going to provide several solutions to these problems. The pedestrian bridge will move all foot traffic from the dam, allowing only maintenance workers and vehicles to utilize it, which will reduce safety risks for everyone involved. Our team intends to solve this by implementing automated knife gates, which will allow for improved operational control over flow releases.
We are gathered here today to witness the unveiling of a beautifully executed construction project for the safety of the Austin community.
The community will rejoice with the new construction. Well, yes, it will take a little bit of time to get there, but it will be so much better at the end. There's room for bikers, there's room for families, there's room for runners. There's just so much room, like it's perfect.
Our project is on the Rock Ridge.
Our final design is a desalination plant next to the public area with a holding tank adjacent, and there's a walkway that wraps around the holding tank and goes to the roof of the desalination plant, which has a garden and a skylight where people can walk across the roof and look out to the sea and look out to the forest.
Our green roof with the trail leading the residents up the staircase and finally down to the water tank, in which there will also be a smaller green roof
that leads down to the first floor of the building, which is where the desalination process happens.
The first step is bringing in seawater into the plant, and from here the water is passed to the reverse osmosis chamber, the next stage where chemicals are added, so pH regulators to make sure that the water is not too acidic, and at this point the water is safe to drink and it's sent to our tank. The water is then passed through a preliminary filter that removes large objects like trash.
Wow, impressive work, everyone. I'm very proud of you all for sticking it through this year, and I'm thoroughly impressed with how you all adapted to produce such quality final presentations. For those of you watching, if you haven't had a chance to watch the presentations in their entirety, check them out on this YouTube channel, and feel free to share with others. Now, without further ado, it's time to get to some awards and giving away money.
Good evening. My name is Olivia Pitt-Perez, and I am the Student Recruitment Chair for ACE Austin. I would like to start off by taking a moment to congratulate all of the students on another successful year. Every year, we are so amazed at all of your hard work and dedication that you put towards this program. Without you all, we wouldn't be here today. In addition, we would like to thank all of the parents that encouraged your students to participate in the program. We know that for some of you, it's a long drive after a long day of work to get students to and from downtown. But we appreciate you and the support you give these students so they can excel in the program. We would also like to extend a thank you to any and all of the supporters of ACE Austin that have helped us to get our organization to where it is today. This year, we would like to honor a supporter of ACE with the ACE Advocate Award. We chose to give this award to a supporter of ACE Austin that went above and beyond to help contribute to both the students and our organization. This year, it is my honor to congratulate Abigail Moore. Abby is an 11th and 12th grade college seminar teacher at Austin Achieve Public Schools. Her dedication and commitment to her students truly resonated with our board this year. She encouraged her students to participate in our program, but her encouragement did not stop in the classroom. Abby did everything possible to make sure her students made it to the sessions and field trips, even if it meant taking it upon herself to get them there and back home every week. The following words are from one of her students that participated in ACE this year. I would say that Miss Moore really helped me with ACE because at first I was hesitant about attending, and she really encouraged me to push through and get out of my comfort zone and give it a try. And I ended up really liking it. I am very thankful to her because if she didn't encourage me to give it a try, I would have missed out on an amazing opportunity. Abby, we are so grateful for your support to this organization and thank you for everything you have done. We look forward to seeing you next year.
Hello, ACE Austin. First of all, congratulations on completing your projects for this year's program. They looked amazing. My name is Kyle Deng, and I serve on the Mentor Recruitment Board for ACE Austin. I want to start by thanking all of our wonderful mentors who devoted time in their busy schedules to provide the best possible mentor experience to their students. Your commitment and investment are what make this program a success, so thank you. Now, I am excited to announce the winners of our Outstanding Mentor Awards. This year, we selected 2 outstanding mentors based on nominations from their students. So, our first winner is Lynn Peterin. Lynn, an architect at Perkins & Will, is the lead mentor of the See Home 2 group, and she has mentored for several years now. One of her students wrote, "She makes sure all of us are taking away something meaningful every week and uses her professional experience to make the projects more authentic." So thank you, Lynn. Our second winner is Juan Ramon Rubio. Juan Ramon is an architect at Architectus Architecture. He is the lead mentor of the See Home 1 group and has also mentored for several years now. One of his students wrote, "He's the mentor who gives you the resources you need to succeed, but also who pushes you to be independent in your thoughts and processes, because ultimately, one of the best types of learning is when you yourself figure it out, not when you're just told something."
Hey everyone, congratulations on finishing out this year's ACE semester. Shout out to See Home Team 1. I was able to work with a large group of students and some great mentors. And I think we all learn from each other. And one of the things that I learned in such a large group is how to communicate better, but also how to use each other's strengths so that we can get the project done in a quick and efficient manner. Some of the words of advice I give to you seniors: congratulations on your graduation, and stay in touch as always, whether it be in 6 months from now or maybe in 5, 6, 7 years when you're settled down. Remember to find your local ACE chapter and stay involved and give back as those that have given back to you. Thank you.
So congratulations to our 2 award winners, and thank you again to all of our mentors. Thanks.
Hello everybody, my name is Martha Gonzalez and I am the ACE Mentor Program of Austin Scholarship Chair. Tonight, I get the great privilege to announce the Scholarship and Topping Out Award winners. I want to thank you for being part of our first ever virtual presentation night, and I hope that despite our social distance, that we can share in this great accomplishment together. Before getting started with the announcement of the winners, I want to take this time to give a huge thank you to all of our scholarship sponsors. Because of their generous contributions, this year, we are able to give away over $25,000 in scholarships to incredibly talented, deserving, and hardworking students. As you can see behind me, these are the logos of the companies and industry leaders that are investing in the education and development of our future in the AEC community. Now let's go on with the winners. This student is captivated by the beauty of light as one of the most important aspects of a building. She learned through ACE that the use of natural light not only is a sustainable strategy, but it also creates warm and healthful environments that people enjoy. She implemented a sun path simulation system in her See Home project. She figured out that natural light needed protection as well from excessive heat and glare. She focused on ideas to implement lighting with methodical and careful articulation. Her mentor Juan says that despite being in such a large group, she always managed to stand out, and she found her niche working diligently on the model. ACE is proud to give a Topping Out Award to Genevieve Anderson. After asking himself since middle school what career path he would like to pursue, ACE helped him come to the realization that he wants to be a structural engineer. One of his hobbies is 3D printing and modeling. He is excited about the prospect of bringing 3D printing to commercial construction, making the process of building faster, more efficient, and less expensive. He is inspired by the opportunity of making an impact in his community by providing affordable housing to people who need it the most. His mentor, Alexandra, writes, "Not only is he intelligent, but he is full of ideas. He offers others input, innovation, and creative solutions when they seem stuck. I specifically remember the session after spring break when COVID first broke out. He showed up, still sweating after a track meet, but he said to me, 'I didn't want to miss this session, thinking it may be the last.' This demonstrated his commitment and love for the ACE Mentor Program. And here at ACE, we are proud to give William Scott a Topping Out Award. This student discovered the world of architecture through her participation at ACE and confirmed it is the career she hopes to pursue in the future. Her purpose is to make a difference in the world. She hopes to implement sustainable materials, make energy-efficient buildings, and reduce harmful pollution to protect people, communities, and the environment. Her mentor Jose says this about her: "To say that she's a great problem solver would be an understatement. No matter how big or how small the task, she comes prepared and ready to commit 100%. ACE is proud to give a second Topping Out Award to Bethany Kwan. This student has an incredible love for math and science. She even learned the Pythagorean theorem at age 9. Understanding formulas and deciphering puzzles is a favorite pastime of hers, so it is no coincidence she decided to pursue a career in engineering. Aside from cultivating her love of math and science, ACE has helped her gain confidence in problem solving collectively. With the help of her mentors, she found inventive ways where her team could brainstorm and come up with unconventional solutions to implement their designs. She hopes to attend MIT and pursue education and engineering. She wants to immerse herself in creative opportunities to innovate sustainable solutions to better serve her community and the world. Her mentor, Brittany, describes her as a leader among her peers and mentors, someone who commands respect and admiration because of her level of engagement and her kindness. Davis Collaborative is proud to sponsor a scholarship to Alina Davison. This student is a math whiz. Naturally, she was fascinated when an ACE speaker introduced her to the world of construction estimators. Although it was not required of her, she took it upon herself to quantify the cost of her project at Seahome. She wanted to find opportunities to improve the overall cost of the project, to be more efficient and thoughtful about her use of materials and structure. Although she originally wanted to be an architect, after ACE introduced her to the incredible infrastructure work done by civil engineering, it led her to change her mind and want to pursue the career in civil engineering. Her mentor, Lewis, describes her as someone with strong focus, commitment, and great interest in exploring new ideas. Tomlinson Electric is proud to sponsor a scholarship to Alyssa Sanchez. This student was in love with architecture even before starting the ACE mentorship program her junior year. However, after ACE, she fell equally in love with engineering. She had the opportunity to attend the UT field trip, where she met some students that were enrolled in a dual program of both architecture and structural engineering. She realized that she no longer had to choose, but she could do both. She experienced discord between her team members. Some were more design-centric and some were more engineer-driven. She realized if she learned the tools, she could mend the divide and be an effective communicator in the project that would add value to both of their points of view. Turner is proud to sponsor a scholarship for Ashlyn Althouse. This student has participated in ACE for the last 3 years. She has developed an affinity for design and architecture. It has also helped her realize that she definitely doesn't want to be an engineer. She hopes to be a disruptive force in the field of architecture by designing a self-sustaining building that processes its own waste to produce energy, specifically an airport architect. She hopes to become the lead architect for an airport. She recognizes that these typologies have an incredibly important cultural significance. It is the first impression a visitor ever receives of a place. She believes that design should reflect the vibrancy of its environment and the people in its community. Ryan Companies is proud to sponsor a scholarship to Caroline Green. Since his visit to Japan, this student has been fascinated by the efficiency of their transportation system. Throughout his participation at ACE, he has learned about sustainable building methods to make his dream of designing a network of rails that connect cities across the US a reality. Not only does he want to make transportation systems more efficient, he wants to make them safer and clean as well. He considers the needs of people with disabilities and our aging population. His dream of becoming a civil engineer has been materialized thanks to the great mentors and guidance from his friends here at ACE. His mentor Louis credits him as being the glue that binds his team together. He always shows up, ready to take charge, leading by example with his optimism and helping wherever it is needed. 12 Rivers Realty is proud to sponsor a scholarship for Eugene Sarvea. This student's essay talked to us about the concept behind their design for Waller Creek. He derived the inspiration from the migration path of monarch butterflies. He alluded to this experience and his family's own immigration to the United States for a better life. He credits ACE for introducing him to the world of engineering, which awoke his passion for sustainability and helping people through the power of design. He hopes to pursue a career in engineering and help innovate technology to provide power generation alternatives to underrepresented populations. Balfour Beatty is proud to sponsor Luis Rodriguez. This student is a budding designer who wants to pursue a career in architecture. She is imaginative, intrepid, and elaborates on her essay about the ability for architecture to transform and influence behavior. How can a space suddenly make you more quiet and contemplative? She says her mentors have truly shown her the balance between creativity and reason, and all of the details that make a space functional and beautiful. She hopes to one day herself become an ACE mentor and inspire people to pursue their dreams in the world of design. Her mentor, Lynn, describes her as an absolute go-getter, and she values the ability to build relationships and connect with her teammates through helping them with modeling software or providing better communication strategies. Contour Collective is proud to sponsor a scholarship to Mary Sweet. As a daughter of an engineer, she knew from an early start that she had the passion and the skill set to become one herself. She learned about green engineering from one of the ACE speakers, and she was absolutely hooked. She knows that she wants to represent women in engineering and hopes to set an example to motivate future generations of women pursuing STEM careers. Her mentor, Mark, describes her as a team player who always takes initiative to get the team engaged and start brewing creative ideas. She has become the catalyst for generating thoughtful conversations and critical problem-solving strategies. Swinnerton is proud to sponsor a scholarship for Nadia Boscan. This student absolutely loves bridges. I'm talking about both the literal and figurative sense of the word. She has built bridges ever since she was a small child. From Jenga blocks, Smucker's jams packages, and even Polly Pocket houses. As she's gotten older, she's focused on the metaphorical sense of a bridge and used it as a way to walk across challenges, solve problems, reach opportunities outside of her comfort zone. During her time at ACE, she has mastered building both physical bridges and metaphorical bridges, allowing her to expand her love of engineering and developing her critical thinking skills to solve complex problems ahead. Horde Construction is proud to sponsor a scholarship to Sophia Sayed. This student's greatest accomplishment during her time at ACE has been the collaborative process of working as a team. She recognizes that cooperation and inclusivity are a huge part of what makes a project successful. A challenge she faced during ACE was how to give and how to receive constructive criticism. She struggled with the design process and asked her mentors for help. They made recommendations and asked questions that sparked interesting conversations within her team. She credits ACE for the discovery of constructive ways to help communicate better with others and to practice being a confident advocate for her own contributions. Her mentor, Alexandra, admires her leadership, energy, and commitment that she brought to the team. Walter P. Moore is proud to sponsor a scholarship to Sydney Heim. This student learned about civil engineering during her experience at ACE. She is fascinated by the transformative history of the world thanks to this discipline. From ancient aqueducts to Japanese bullet trains, she is impressed by the feats of infrastructural civil engineers' design. This student finds parallels between her culture's reverence for nature and her aspirations to develop green technology and provide helpful resources to communities in need. Her mentor, Lewis, describes her as one of the most engaging and productive students he's ever had the pleasure to meet and mentor. Hensel Phelps is proud to sponsor a scholarship for Verad Barad. Not only are we impressed with this student's self-professed love for organization and design, but we were absolutely blown away by her essay describing the poetics of space. Her passion for architecture and design that enhances the quality of people's lives is what drives her. Her mentor, Brittany, says that she's the type of student who is the best representation of ACE. She is a leader with wit, intellect, and unrelenting drive to keep learning and keep striving to do the best work that she can. Rogers O'Brien is proud to sponsor the scholarship to Camila Vera. With an impressive 4 years at ACE, this student is a true example of determination, commitment, and passion. Not only does she seek us out herself, but she has been a demonstrated leader to every team she has been part of. This fall, she will be heading to Princeton, where she will pursue engineering, and we are incredibly proud of her. In her sophisticated essay, she illustrated how architectural design and style actually influences social division and gentrification. She hopes to create a more inclusive and diverse community in the future. Gensler is proud to give a scholarship to Daria Fontani. During his 3 years at ACE, this student has excelled at being a natural leader. He is fascinated by using 3D visualization as a method to communicating new and exciting ideas. He believes that computer-aided design provides the clarity and the realism to articulate information that 2D drawings never could. Not only has he grown in confidence, but he also practices 3D modeling as a hobby. His mentor, Francisco, says this about him: "What I enjoy most about this student is his endless curiosity and his eagerness to learn, not only from his mentors, but from his peers as well." DPR is proud to sponsor the scholarship for Ibrahim Musa. This student told us about her incredible experience when she visited the UT School of Architecture. Surprisingly, she ran into an old mentor that she had once met in middle school. She was taken around by 3 architectural students who really showed her what campus life could really be like. She is a dedicated student who truly values the network of connections that she's built during her time here at ACE. She hopes to continue her aspirations to make a positive impact in the design field and represent women in architecture. Gensler is proud to sponsor a scholarship for Sofia Orozco.
Hi everyone, it's Garima again. It's time for Best in Show. Congratulations to the winner on being the Best in Show.
Wow, this has been a really exceptional night for all of our students. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity to share your work with us. My name is Allison Wilson. I'm an architect and the Sustainability Director at Air St. Gros and Chair-elect for the ACE Mentor Program of Austin. I wanted to take just a few minutes at the end of our program to fill you all in on what's next for ACE. If you are a mentor this year or you've been one of our sponsors, we really look forward to seeing you next week at our happy hour. We want to have the opportunity to share our appreciation together with you. At our virtual happy hour, you'll also be able to learn more about our board application. If you are a current mentor or if you have been serving on our associate board this year, we want to share with you what the next steps of leadership in our program look like and help make that application available to you. After the happy hour, that application will be available online and we'll have about a month for folks to fill that information out and send it back to the board. We also often get the question from parents and from students, what do I do now? I really love the ACE Mentor Program of Austin, but I'm not a graduating senior. Well, without further ado, I'd like to share some summer resources that the ACE National Program has put together. ACE National has been working to assemble a large library of resources for students to keep their engagement up, even in the midst of some fairly crazy times. Please check out their website to learn more. And what's happening for next season? Obviously, things right now are very fluid and lots of things are changing, but we know we'll be back. Our agreement with the UT Systems building has been maintained and we hope to be back there in the fall. Student registration will open in August and the first session will happen in either October or November, depending on how the calendar shakes out. So without further ado, I'd like to just take one more minute to announce the People's Choice Awards. You can check that out in the comment section.
Congratulations for winning the People's Choice Award.
And please, after tonight, join us on our social media accounts. We post things regularly and it's the best way to keep up with what's happening in ACE. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight and we hope you have a wonderful evening.